The banjo in the background. I'm a fan, man. Hey, are you a banjo player?
No.
A friend of mine's a banjo player, and the reason he said he's a banjo player is because with a banjo, I don't play instruments, by the way, so this could be a bullshit, but I don't know. But with a banjo, he says you play with all your fingers, and he says it's like playing the bass like times 10. He said it's almost orgasmic. And like he's a really good banjo player, right? Like, but I don't know, like I just
I feel like that seems a little aggressive to me. But I think like anytime you hit a flow state playing music, I think it can have that effect, right?
Yeah, I like it. So speaking of music, we're here for an UpLift update. We're going to do some stuff inside the UpLift. We're going to give some stuff away. But first, I just want to shout out to some of our Yoshi Drops artists. We've got Chalice I Am and I Am, and we've got Nathan and Bang Out, and we've got Taylor Alexander and friends of ours as well, the Nasty Hooks. They're all going to be premiering on the .gems stage on the 29th. Alongside some other people in the EOS space with like Eminent and Douglas Butner, who's going to be on our show next week, actually, coincidentally.
I might actually be talking to Butner at 1 today.
Oh, nice. Sweet.
Yeah, and it's getting listed on Blue Deck, eh?
Oh, snap. Yeah, that's good. I'm excited. He was on
before going up and buying it all. God damn it.
Right. But definitely go over I'll put a tweet out later. You can follow it, but go over to the Crypto Voxels this weekend and please support our artists. They're working really hard. They're going to be giving some NFTs away that there's a new release by Nathan and Bang Out that's coming out. Like, it's just really cool to see these performers. Also, there's a drop, the latest drop, the monthly drop, that you guys can go and claim over on Nifty Blocks on the Yoshi Drops page. And I think the first 3 are probably gone by now, but the first 3 mints were actually reserved for the first 3 people to purchase that. But if you had a membership in your wallet, I believe you get to claim one of those for free. I've been super busy today, so I haven't actually went through the process. But true to word, despite the cynics, Yoshi Drops is bringing value to the space, and the idea is to like have this membership keep providing value and good music. And this drop's pretty cool because it's quite different from other things that we've had before in the past, which is always the same. But it's a piano artist, which is really quite amazing. The whole thing kind of came together, so I'm pretty impressed. So definitely go check that out. If you've got a membership, you can go and you can claim that free drop. Other than that, like most of the rest of our updates, I think are going to be UpLift related. So what are we going to do today, Corey? We got something special planned, actually.
We're here?
Yeah, I think with Javier.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. It was your idea. We're going to go and look at.
I don't know where to put them right now. It's Pro Market, brother of mine. Yeah, I'm running a little rag. I'm not gonna lie.
No, it's okay. We're gonna go and we're gonna look at the Hall of Rules and the new things that they've been building over there.
Yeah. I'm a fucking genius.
So he's not East Coast time, and he's been working his ass off. So he's gonna join us in a few minutes. So we're super excited. So please like and share this out. Digital Asset, I'm whitelisting Dutchy holders for free. If you want, just DM me and I'll give you access. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm like, please DM me and Corey, if you can. I guess we'll mail you later. But that's really cool. Dutchy, the Digital Asset, who also did a collaboration drop with Yoshi Drops, I don't know, some time ago, not really that long ago. Things are flying. And like you said, Corey, like it's nuts. Like I'm starting to pay attention to prices again, and that hasn't happened in 2 years. So
yeah.
What are you liking right now? Because this is an UpLift update, but we haven't done this for a while, just chilled. I've been watching some interesting things outside of the EOSIO system. Things are starting to pop off. Our friend Nifty BC and a couple other people that we've interviewed, they're starting to pay attention to releasing NFTs over on the Solana network. There's a few people that we know that are releasing NFTs over on the Terra network. Ethereum's still kind of, doing the Ethereum thing, the overpriced NFTs, but like a lot of big hands paying attention to this. And I had a stream the other day, a couple of days ago with Burst, and it's quite interesting because, like, he's big on wax, obviously, like we know, Burst of Energy, and that's kind of where he's invested. That's where his heart is. But he was saying, like, it's super exciting just to see like NFTs take off, and he's really excited to watch this space grow, the NFT space. And I think, like, what we're doing here in the UpLift is gonna be nuts, right? Like, Facebook is renaming their company Meta. Like, what the fuck?
By the way, I was gonna say we're renaming our company the UpLift FBverse. So
I don't know what's happening. Like, it's kind of nuts, right? Like
it's Spaceland and like book NFT world.
Yep. So what's your take on this? Is this all like what we saw this like a year ago, where everyone was like hashtag DeFi, hashtag blockchain, like all these companies that were mainstream that weren't even doing anything in blockchain we're putting like, on their stock tickers. We're putting blockchain behind it. Do you think this is the same thing? Are we in that, like, that?
So I think it's bigger than that. So like, obviously, it's a bit of a gimmick, but one thing that I will say is that a lot of companies in our space, games and things, will just slap metaverse on their name. And in my humble opinion, it's bullshit. And I shouldn't be that mean. It's not bullshit. It's just like, you have to take a leap of imagination, right? And so it allows us to sort of consider us being in this digital space in a very fuzzy way, right? In a very kind of community-centric or game-centric way. And that I shouldn't be so critical. But that's an interesting layer. To me, because I'm coming at it from where we're coming at it from, I'm super biased. Like, I own that, right? To me, metaverse is placeness. Like, I'm in a place, right? Like, I'm at Uplifter's Tower right now. You can see it. You can interact with it. You could join me there, right? It's a not only a place, but it's not like you can go to a spot on a Fortnite map, right? That is a place, but you have no real connection to that place. It's going to look exactly the same the next time you're there, right? You can't change that place with your friends. That it's going to be persistent and engaged over time, right? You can't build, like, CC can't go and build a gallery in Fortnite and have that be part of our culture and our way of being moving forward, right?
Right. Although, didn't you try to do that in the early days?
Terrible. No, like, we were just trying to podcast from Fortnite, and it was bad. It was inherently shitty. Just two grown-ass men getting murked by 7-year-olds over and over and over again while trying to talk about science. It did not work at all. But it was fun to try. So for me, like, going outwards from the gratitude monuments or from the gallery loop, Joey Chip's gallery in gratitude as an example, Andrew's build, in gratitude as another, like, every build, right? Like, we just flew over crypto monkeys. Like, there's a placeness to this. You can go there, right? You can go to Shipletopia. You can visit Chicken Kai. You can see all the amazing builds that people are creating and stand under them and in them and be with friends while you're there. That placeness, Mark Zuckerberg nailed that right off the bat when he was asked about what metaverse is, right? And he was the only person in a company that isn't sort of in our ecosystem that grokked that to any degree at all. So when that guy says, I'm hiring 10,000 people to build out the metaverse, like, it's going to end up being a force to be reckoned with. Now, is it going to be evil? Yes. Right? Like, their main reason for Facebook's existence now, sorry, digital asset, is basically just they have all of your information and that's their actual business, right? And there's no way that data collection at scale doesn't happen in whatever they create as a metaverse. So I think, like, being outside of that and being already in blockchain, apparently they said that NFTs are going to work in their metaverse, fine, right? They've got every single, amount of resource you could ever want right off the bat. And I think it's going to be really, really interesting for the space, frankly, right? Now, what I would like to see is for, Decentraland is going to keep moving. Maybe they'll go from 25 daily users to 26. That'll be a huge improvement for them. Sorry, was that shade?
No, it's all right. Go ahead. I'm here for the shade. This is the only reason I do this show with you.
But like we're gonna grow really fast. Like my biggest hope for the UpLift, and we have a lot of work to do, obviously, like a lot of work to do, and we're a scrappy team of 15 people. A
really fucking scrappy team is kicking ass, by the way. Can I just throw that in there? Our team is fucking kicking ass.
I mean, really people seriously don't know how fucking clutch shops are yet. Right? Like that's like, and I'll tell a story about that in a minute. Like I didn't even really, I knew it was going to be good, but when we were talking about the new estate sales, they became essential quickly. Right? Like they became an integral must-have part of our ecosystem within days of us interacting with them ourselves as a company, which is really, really amazing. So yeah, I mean, with any luck, Meta will just be the Microsoft Bing of the metaverse universe.
Well, here's one of the things that
Bing does search, Jimmy. That's the joke. Bing does search. And no one knows that because it's just like they also do search, but Google, right? So we're metaverse and
I miss that.
We're like a little UpLift world situation, right? FB verse, and they're gonna copy that, but then we're gonna be the Google, only cool, and they're gonna be Bing, which is not cool.
Yeah. I missed that totally. Went over my head, but that's okay. But I do want to add to this a little bit. And the reason that it piqued my interest, as I remember in 2017, 2018, my first crypto cycle, the first time I got in, I was like up 25%. I was fucking killing it all over the place. I bought Bitcoin at $16,000. It went up to $18,000. I bought a really small amount too. And I was like, this is awesome. And then I rode it all the way down to 3. And that was my introduction to crypto. But I remember getting in on all of these projects when all of these projects were pumping off in that era, right? And if you were here and you were seasoned, you know how funny that was. If you were here and you went through it and you're still here, you know how valuable that lesson was. But what was interesting to me is I went for a doctor's appointment today. I had to get some stuff checked out, and I was sitting in the doctor's office. And my Japanese isn't great. I can read a little bit. I can understand. I can communicate, but it's not quite good, it's not as good as it should be. Let's put it that way. But in Japanese, on the national news, they did a spot on metaverses, and it was insane. We've never seen this before, right? Japanese national country national news is doing spots on metaverses, and they're talking about some of these major multi-billion-dollar corporations that exist in Asia, that exist in Japan, that are now looking towards metaverses and looking towards education and all of the stuff that we've been talking about, which is really interesting, right? And sports in the metaverse, and this is off the back of a friend of mine who basically posted, who not technological savvy at all, but posted a video of his son showing his mom how to use an Oculus, right? And I'm just like, holy shit, it's 2017. People are starting to talk about this in the news, and what are we doing? We're getting to a point, because I want to echo this. I myself have noticed this as well. Since we switched to AWS, it's so much smoother, right? We're getting to a point where we are, having this new estate sale, like Corey said. We're putting things in place that we didn't even know were going to be super beneficial. We're getting to a point where we're looking at things from a very interesting perspective, I think. And, there's a hurdle, I think, that we're about to leap over. Now, no promises, obviously, but it seems to me like we've been on a slow, rise of everything that's happening. Are you about to turn into Superman, Javier? Is that your power drink?
I didn't realize I was in here already. Hello.
No, we do that a lot. I just dump people into the fire. all the time.
No, welcome. You just interrupt my little rant about like how excited I am anyway of what we're building here. But welcome, because I don't think you've ever been on the stream before. You are Javier, and you are one of the clutch members of our team recently, doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So welcome to the first, I guess, episode of this show. It's an honor and a pleasure.
Were we gonna name a new
Yeah.
show? I feel like that's happening a lot.
No, we're not naming a new show. This is just UpLift update, and like we're gonna show people new shit that Javier has been building. So,
I'm just go ahead and jump in the game really quick then.
Corey's already in there on the screen.
Yeah, but by all means, join me. Yeah, so I mean, we were talking about creating a game experience from the beginning where we kind of wanted to maybe show people a couple pictures and kind of give people an onboarding experience, almost like a little tutorial kind of thing or whatever, right? And my brother's dogs are losing their minds. You guys are way nuts. And yeah, so we're thinking, okay, we got some rules, we got some do's and don'ts and blah blah blah. Why don't we just kind of put them up on pictures, kind of like on billboards as you walk into the portal hub in Old World, right? To kind of go to all the different worlds. And Javier apparently like skipped the day at school where you half-ass shit. Like this is epic.
No, and we did a blog post on it, but like just walking through here like makes it all the more epic. And it's funny that you brought up school, because I was thinking about this. One of my big problems with education is we sit there and we learn biology from books. It doesn't make any sense, right? Like we sit there and we learn business from books. We don't go out and we don't do real world business. And where does this rant end? This rant ends with people like Javier understanding that experience is 90% of the education, right? Why are we putting things on a blog when you can read them in the world that people are going to be a part of, right? And that was actually like brilliant. And the way that he put this together with real images of like things that are happening in the UpLift is just awesome, right?
Dude, like I haven't stopped to actually read these yet. No griefing or lava casting, because of course you can like cast lava and then it breaks people's shit. The griefing will be reversed for the victim. The guilty will be exiled. Serious, yo. But like, read the caption. I eat crayons and have small wooden sword energy.
Yeah,
really good.
It took me a little while to come up with all these little jokes and stuff like that. So
awesome. You spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby. I mean that. Hey guys, hi. Nothing interesting is going on yet. Freaking weirdos. Oh my god.
No, that's good. That's really good.
Why have you betrayed me, Father? Bible thump. All right, I'm gonna go probably murder these dogs. I'll be right back.
Sure.
No, that's all right. Why don't you, while Corey does that, being it's the first time that you're on this show, why don't you introduce yourself? Like, who are you? What do you do? And how did you kind of find the UpLift?
Yeah, so my name is Javier. I've been in crypto for well over 6 years now. I've been in marketing for 10 plus years, and out of those 10 plus years, I've been marketing for about 5 or 6 years in the space. This would be my first time diving into the NFT world. I found the UpLift. Someone approached me about a position here at the UpLift, and someone said, "Yeah, you'll be working for a company that works with that uses Minecraft as part of their product." And I got super excited because I've been playing Minecraft since 2009, when Minecraft was still a browser-based game with only like 10 or something blocks, and then full circle, 12 years later, here I am working the dream job, building worlds and creating cool little graphics on walls, talking about how people like to eat crayons and stuff like that. So I mean, this has been awesome. I've only been here for like maybe a month and a half now, and it's been a wild ride ever since.
But you've done this, but you've also been working on some other really cool stuff as well, like this whole kind of system. So like what kind of sparked the idea about having the necessity to have people, show up in game and see this? Because like I think you've been playing Minecraft for quite a long time, right? As well.
Yeah. So in most servers, there's when you log into a server for the first time, you're going through kind of like a tutorial. Oftentimes, most of the bigger servers have tutorials coming into joining in that'll tell you like about the rules, the different functions that you can tap into. Your like a little room that tells you, or a wall even that just tells you about all the different commands. Over here on the right, actually, if you look, Corey, is going to be where we're going to be teaching people small tutorials on how to use Upliftium. I have maybe 5 or 6 signs out here that I'm going to be utilizing specifically on how to burn, how to utilize your Upliftium within our servers.
It's so pretty out here, man.
Yeah.
So and before you showed up, Corey was talking a little bit about like, the underlying value or the underlying meaning of metaverse. And like, it's funny that he just kind of went on that little bit of a rant, because now that we're standing here and we're seeing what you've built and what's coming, it puts that into almost perspective, right? Like, because you're walking into this world and you're part of it, and everything that you need to know is here in this world when you show up the first time in this place, right? It's a place, it's a space that's really valuable. So I think it's super cool, actually.
Yeah. So this is very much needed because the learning curve for a metaverse like this is kind of steep for a new player. So I want to make sure that the first time experience for every player coming in moving forward is much easier than their predecessors.
Yeah,
right?
So this little thing is connected to the portal room as well, right? So like pretty much everything you need to be part of the metaverse is going to be here, and it's going to direct you around that area.
Yeah. And then it took me a little while to like beautify the entire area, because there was a lot of like the entire area surrounding our spawn point, or our spawn area here. There's like a lot of holes in the ground, a bunch of craters, and it took me a few hours to like beautify everything. So
the landscaping is on fleek. And yes, I just said on fleek. I'm fired. Whoa!
Nice.
You can see him there. Oh, man, I'm so easily amused. That's awesome. You like make some secret doors or something.
Actually, I was actually creating some secret rooms. I kind of want to do like a scavenger hunt inside the spawn area.
Yeah.
At some point.
Yeah.
So that would actually be pretty cool, so that people can kind of explore the Genesis world, or the old world. I'm sorry. Is this old world or is this Genesis?
This is old world.
Okay. So they can continue utilizing this world. And I kind of want to do little events here and there where people have to explore the other worlds, to so that people get to the other worlds and see what's out, what other people are building and stuff like that.
I mean, can you stop for a minute and just like the stained glass is reflecting on the floor,
right?
Oh, that's neat. And, okay, so you got your resources pack. You have one of your resources pack reflecting the glass on the floor. That's really neat.
Yeah. By the way, to everyone who drops chickens all over the place, I was doing demos for like 2 of the largest yield farms on Polygon, and like every time I walk through here, there's just like an ocean of chickens, and I have such mixed feelings about it. A, like fuck you for dropping chickens everywhere, but B, it's so freaking funny that I kind of meet myself in the middle. they had a kick out of it, because that's
chickens are funny, but
sometimes you just get chicken mom. It's go to work in the morning. Sometimes the chickens all over the floor, and it is what it is.
Yeah. So
Well, we've been
Yeah, so
talking in the background a little bit. And so for me, it was interesting because when we ported all the servers over to AWS, right? And then like after the 48-hour offline window, we came back in and I teleported into I entered into Genesis and I was dropped, right? Well, not right here, but I was dropped here. This is where I was dropped, was into the portal room. And I've never actually been dropped into the portal room before. And I was like, I was expecting to be dropped somewhere else, but I was dropped in the portal room and I'm always like, oh, okay, this is new. This is fun. Like, this is great, right? And I got to walk around and I mean, just that experience of seeing what new players might eventually in the future see in the game. I was like, wow, this is like one of the probably potentially best entrances that you could ever dream of. Like, we had a pretty cool spawn area before, I won't lie, but this like blows it out of the water. Like 100%. What you and Gary have done here, like, just blows it out of the water. It's wonderful.
Yeah, and I had kind of a cool idea right here in this big central billboard right here. I was thinking this will be where our big major promotions will be for like big events and things like that.
Cool. The Uber billboard. Like it. Probably get the gratitude sale up on there at some point.
That's a good idea.
It's kind of our next.
I actually like that.
Our next to do. Oh, I didn't notice that this door is way bigger, which is awesome, but it also has the portcullis from a castle on there.
Right.
Well done.
That was Gary actually that made that, because originally there was like a door that was like halfway open kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I decided to get rid of that, so he decided to put in the drop gate.
Yeah, no, it looks really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Like, the stained glass on the floor was cool, but even the stained glass like built into the entrance in the hallway is pretty. It's pretty sweet.
And I still haven't quite figured out what I want to do here on the bottom. Haven't quite figured out what the purpose of this bottom room is, but I'm sure something useful will come out of it.
I love the fact that
basically it's a way to tour to all the different places in Old World, and I would imagine we'll get some other doors as well. What I really want to have up here, Javier, is like, eventually I want to have the guild banners up here. Like, if you get a guild of a certain size, that'll go up there. But there's already teams that are doing really, really amazing things. Like, I want the gallery loop to have like a banner up here. I want the non-fungible gang to have a banner up here. The CK7 to have a banner up here. Sammy Snake and his crew that are building in CK and elsewhere to have a banner up here, right? Like, if you have a community of sort of a sufficient size and conspicuously doing good things in the UpLift, I just feel like it'd be really, really amazing to have just paper the walls in here with just to recognize them, just to kind of have like a Hall of Heroes kind of thing.
That's dope. Yeah, I'm sure we can totally beautify this part down here and make sure that everyone comes down to here to explore the different worlds and the different galleries and stuff.
I love the fact that this isn't finished. Like, it looks so good not finished, right?
Which reminds me, TC, if you're watching, I think I might have to make you like gallery manager of the Blue Room, because I haven't done anything with this in a while, and it's criminal that I haven't.
Martin, I have no idea what that means, but I like it. Don't paint the walls in the So we're gonna give away another 1,000 blue today, and some new NFTs that we got. The Drop Bears ones are gone, but we got another donation from a really cool project that I interviewed this morning on the channel. 3 Canadian brothers who are donating 50% of their NFT collection to charitable causes. They're actually called charitable causes, their project name. And the first one is to the Alberta Wildlife Association. And they've employed this cool local painter to do all of these prints that she basically, like, seriously, she did them on the size of like baseball cards, like really small, like photos, and she painted them. And the cool thing about it is if you get the #1 upper mint, it actually comes with a real piece of artwork, and you have to burn the NFT to get the artwork. But if you don't burn the NFT to get the artwork within a year, they're going to auction that artwork off and give that to charity as well. So it really resonates with something that we're doing here. And they were kind enough to give us like 20 promo packs that I kind of want to give out, because just even if holding the artwork is pretty cool. So again, hashtag wax. your account name and put that in the chat. And well, don't do it quite yet because I'm going to make sure that I get this set up. But put that in the chat and then we'll give it away. So give me 1 minute. Once I post that in the comments, then you guys can put that in there and then we'll run the draw before the end of the show.
Actually, there's a question. How do I access the chat to this?
It's complicated because you're on the stream. So
if you're on the actual, if you pull the YouTube thing up, just make sure the volume's turned off on that, then you can comment on the YouTube thing. Otherwise,
I mean,
gotcha.
we'll get you admin rights in here so you'll be able to see it in here.
Gotcha. So it's on the UpLift YouTube?
Yeah, but
yeah, if you just search the UpLifters one word, it'll come up.
Gotcha.
And I mean, if you don't turn the volume off, it'll be okay because I used to do that on a regular basis, like every show.
Every time.
Every time. All right. Here we go.
Chickens.
And go. Let's see. It's collecting. So if you already put it in, no problem. So it's cool. Sweet. Yeah, so the first draw will be for 1,000 blue, and we'll do maybe 2 more for a couple of these packs. We'll be giving them out all week. Next week, we've got some cool stuff going on. On Monday, it's the first week of the month, so we're going to have Jonah from Atomic Assets alongside the creator of NFT Insider, which they recently had kind of a partnership acquisition there, which is pretty cool. On Tuesday, Corey and I are actually going to be with some friends and builders of ours. Greg, UpLift Greg, he hasn't been on the show for a while. He's going to be here. Joe from Art Vending Machine. Cowie Moda, it's been quite a while since he's been on the show as well. And a few other people who are in the gratitude server. And so we're going to kind of do a little bit of a mini roundtable on this channel to talk about, how exciting this estate sales going to be, because we haven't released all the details yet. They're scattered around, and we're going to be doing a more of a release. I'll actually be going on live with Adam Carswell, aka General Moses. Still bugs me, that one. But fair enough, he rebranded later tonight, later this evening. And so like within
rebranded. He's a dude. He rebranded it.
Yeah, he's a dude. He rebranded. I just think it's funny. I like taking the piss. Anyway, so that's a good one. Also, on Wednesday, I'm super excited about this one because on Wednesday we're gonna have a double header. And actually, speaking of Adam Carswell, General Moses, a good friend of his who has been on our channel a few times, and we've always enjoyed it. Mr. Linney, who is the kind of life coach type of real estate dude, motivational speaker. He's going to be launching his channel, and Corey and I are going to be his first guests on his channel at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to do 1 hour over there, and then we're going to close that down, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to do the second hour over here on our channel. So that's pretty sweet. And on Thursday, we're going to do our Crypto Writer Roundtable. Super excited about this. Our Crypto Writer Roundtable on Thursday is going to be entirely based on the UpLift Loop gallery builders in Genesis. So we're going to have a bunch of those people on. TC, I think Mello's going to come on. Anyone else who's in that chat, you're welcome to come on. Just hit me up with a DM. And that's the first 4 days of the week. I don't remember what's happening on Friday, but just so that you're all informed.
Jimmy.
Yes.
These things aren't connected. That I'm about to say, they're not connected.
Okay, fair enough.
Right, I'm moving my eye. They're not.
It's all the dust in Florida, really.
Yeah, it's misty-eyed. I can't. It's super misty-eyed.
Yeah.
But since we launched Blue Deck, wax is up 30%. Again, not connected. And I actually, while I'm joking about that, I actually mean that. The numbers that we're pulling on BlueDAC aren't big enough yet to have an effect on that. What is actually doing that is these freaking farming NFTs jacking atomic sales to 10 million in a fucking day. That's what for the actual real. That's what's moving the price of wax. And like just in the cycle, it kind of would have started anyway, right? Like it's that time. But I'm just kind of fascinated that we timed it so that we could actually start, bolting ourselves to that train in time in about 2 or 3 weeks for the rockets to really start to work. Because,
I'm not sure that you're real. I'm really not. Like, I'm starting to feel like I live in the Matrix in a sense. And it's just like everything is like timing is working out really well right now, knock on wood. But like certain things like this that are just happening across projects that we're involved in, it's really interesting to witness this. And like I think talking to Burst the other day, like things are about to kick off in wax in general. So yeah, I would agree. Like the timing on that, whole BlueDAC situation was pretty impeccable. I mean, are you a real person? Like, can you pinch me?
So let me get this straight really quick. So since the inception of BlueDAC, wax has actually increased by 30%.
Correct.
That's awesome.
Again, this, like I'm gonna joke about it being us. It's really not. It's not.
No, dude, we're gonna definitely pitch that it was us. 100%. Just people found out it was us.
You can.
Coming into the space.
Right. Yeah. No, that's what it is. People are just locking it up. It's not.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, 100%. It's definitely us. It's not though. But no, the dramatic success of the games that are coming up, and these things go in cycles too, right? Like these games are going to have their moment. They're probably going to ebb at some point. Fine, right? Like none of this stuff is permanent. Anybody who was with our planet in the early days and has gone through a couple cycles of that, like you get it, right? Right. Same thing with us. So we had our honeymoon period, and now we're grinding out the hard work. And I think we're all going to start to see the success in that over the next few months, and frankly, a couple of years. It's a bit of an interesting cycle, but NFTs are just going to keep grinding. Like I feel like in the NFT space, where like Bitcoin has like a 4-year cycle, I sort of feel like 9 months to 10 months is how NFTs are cycling over and over and over and over again. And like I don't think it's going to stop. Like there's a really good argument for the fact that it's just going to keep going, which is mental. And we're going to need to nap more, I think.
Yeah, I mean the power of NFTs and the power of DeFi in the space in general is just really exciting to watch it unfold. And I mean, there's a few coins that have hyped like mad, right? But like Wax hasn't seen it. And I think I was talking to Burst the other day, and I started paying attention to this because I wasn't. And I think like Atomic Hub had like, what was it, $25 million in sales in one day, right? And on top of that, Wax isn't even a top 100 coin yet, right? And look at all the IP that's coming in, like insane IP that like you would have never thought of, like sorry, Burst makes me laugh. Miss Team Crypto, not Miss Team Crypto, but she's awesome too, by the way. But Miss Universe there's a series of Miss Universe that's coming to Wax, and according to Burst, I mean it's redeemable for your own Miss Universe.
The VIRL. We would call it girl. What do we call those things? Anyway,
I don't know.
A girl.
Yeah, right. But like it's crazy, right? Like my best buy in Wax, and I just did it, for the hell of it because it was early days. I was like, oh, look at these like weird like little comic Bratz NFT packs. And so I bought 3 of them, right? I bought 3 of them, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna throw these away. I checked the price of them; they went through the roof, right? So imagine what all of these NFTs on Wax are gonna do when Wax is a top 100 or a top 50, right? And I can't see a world where Wax doesn't become a top 100 crypto, just for the simple reason that like there's so much IP sitting on Wax right now that like we're not even accounting for the original shit, right? I mean, I think
so. I want to actually put something in on that. Is that I've been talking to a lot of artists on Twitter Spaces, and a lot of them are actually considering going into Wax and other blockchains like Solana, because ETH is far too expensive to be selling on that blockchain right now.
Yep.
With the insane amounts of gas prices and whatever, there's a lot of people out there that are starting to consider to put their IPs on Wax, which is awesome. That's just going to keep growing users, and Wax is a super fast protocol and everything like that. So that's great. I can't wait to see that.
And I was on a show with Nifty BC the other day, and we were talking to a few of these like ETH artists. And what I think is really cool about that is a lot of these ETH artists are creating new series or new NFTs for the Wax blockchain or for the Solana blockchain. They're not just porting their old series over, they're leaving them sit there, and they're creating like new IPs or new series to go across all of these blockchains, which to me is super exciting, right? Because now you don't just have carbon copies of one NFT on another blockchain. You have new series that were custom made for the audiences of that blockchain, which I think are really cool. Sorry, I get too excited, but Corey, you know this. We've been doing this show for almost a year now. So go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Me? Dude, I was listening to you.
Sorry.
I was leaning in, man. Yeah, no, I think Javier nailed it, right? Like every time I talk to people from Ethereum and other places and they find out what's going on Wax, the reaction is like usually identical. Like, wait a minute, what? Like, you can just do shit? Like, yeah, that's why we started here. And for normal artists that aren't selling to their billionaire friends, it's a way to get started. And really, I mean, Wax can more than 10x yet this year. Ethereum won't. Right. Ethereum's gonna go up. Like I think it's got 300% in it, potentially, right? But not 1,000 or more. And I think that's seriously baked into where we're at on Wax. So not only can you get in an ecosystem that is going absolutely fucking exponential, because it is, right? Like just on sales, it's going exponential. But the actual underlying price of the asset that runs the whole thing is going to be going up again due to Blue Deck.
And shout out to
nothing at all. Come on, I can't joke like that and just sail over everyone's head. Like you can't let me say shit like that without some pushback.
No, I mean, I think
the reason I didn't have it is because it's true.
Yeah,
it's because it's true.
What are you talking about?
100% true.
No, I think that this goes back to, I remember the day that like you said, and I'm pretty sure you said this live, like you always joke around that you're just a guitar player, and like some really good friends of ours said you need to stop saying that. Like maybe you were, but now you're not. You're a visionary, right? And so this is like the same thing. You're joking around about this Blue Deck thing, and my thing is like I don't really see it as a joke because it's a yet thing for me. Right. And again, like I don't have really any vested interest in Blue Deck other than seeing it succeed for the ecosystem and for my good friend Corey over here. Right. Like I'm not necessarily a part of the project. I just support it because I see the value that it brings. Right. And so like I just think that like, we're not taking it as a joke because like it's really not that funny. It's like it's kind of like gospel at this point now. Right. Like it was essentially, you're right. We needed this in the ecosystem, and it might not be playing out yet. But the fact that like people are making real world gains.
Well, and the on this, right? Tokens too, like go look at like I think 60 or 70% of the tokens, like all the small cap tokens that we listed, have mooned as fuck. Like that's just Taco's talking about hitting $1, right? And as well, they should. The Taco app is actually talking about making a claim all button for Blue Deck, so you can just hit one button and the whole thing just goes. Zing, there's all your blue.
Dude, that's awesome. That would save me so much time. I can look at like right. So and like what you were saying earlier too, like with people looking in, like shout out to our friends over on the Crypto Rider channel where we do the thing, right? Because we noticed this when they went over from the Finnies and they released the Crunks. Like they went over there and they got like a little bit of shit. People are like, oh, you guys are just coming over here, you're doing this thing. But they've got like, some pretty quite a few people who are coming in now and wanting to learn about Wax because of this, right? They're looking at and like, yeah, they're not just another pixel artist, thing. Their artist is amazing. On our show last night, we went through how, some of these crunks might look like other people. And I have to say, if you think that the crunk artist is a crunk, you're wrong because seriously,
nailed
this dude is really good at what he does.
I mean, that's you all day. I didn't know you were a baseball player, but I mean,
no, I'm not. But yeah, I don't wear socks and sandals, by the way. But like I'm just.
We wouldn't really. You couldn't really blame us for thinking that maybe you did, though.
No, fair enough. I did in university with jeans in the winter because I'm a crazy Canadian.
Me too. Right? Like if we had no other reason to be best friends other than that, I think that would be
right. But I was really impressed, and I just want to shout out the crypto Reddit guys for just coming up with this and making it better than I could have even imagined, which is pretty funny. And the other reason that you and I are friends, I think that we can say, Corey, is because now we both have images somewhere on the internet that are animated of us wearing shorts that are way too short.
That's true. That's true.
So yeah, good. So I'm gonna do this draw. Let's do this. We've got 13 entries. I gave you guys lots of time. I'm gonna share the screen, and we'll do a draw for 1,000 blue. So if you win this first draw, you're gonna get 1,000 blue. We'll do 2 more after. There's 13 entries. Oh, sorry. For some reason, that one doesn't always add to the screen. All right. So we'll do this. And I mean, if you don't know what blue is, well, blue, you can add it to Alcor as a, liquidity pairing with a bunch of other tokens. And then you can take that LP that you get and you stake it in Blue Deck. And then that allows you to come in every day and claim some blue tokens. So definitely something that is not light that we're giving away because,
Yeah, like that.
Well, that's a cool function.
It is, but it's got its, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just think that's a really cool thing. I've never seen that before, so that's pretty dope.
Yeah, ad scan 2, if you're out there, screenshot of your name. Please put your wax address in the comments one more time. Again, if Darkness Rising, I see you in the comments. Thanks for joining us. Do it again now. You need to put #wax, then a space, then your wax account name. Shout out to Darkness Rising. I was on his stream a couple months ago. He's over streaming on Theta, and he's throwing the UpLift some serious love, doing some pretty awesome streams over there. And there's a burgeoning, growing Theta community that are really big fans of the UpLift. So shout out to you guys. Darkness Rising, I'm going to wait for you to do that because you're a good sport. Basically, yeah, that was cool. So add scan 2, put your wax address in the comments one more time so that we know that it's you. And we're going to do this 2 more times for these other 2 packs. And I'm going to send you one, Corey, too, because these packs are pretty awesome.
Cool.
Actually. Noise Junkie Records. All right, sweet. Again, one more time, drop your wax address in the comments, and we'll get this. Why do you ask? Because if you don't do that, I have to scroll all the way up through the comments, and I'd rather do something else, to be honest. So if you guys could just help me out, that would be awesome. One more for one of these promo packs. Last one. J Swinger 25. Is that me? I mean, we have the image for it. Drop your wax counts in the address. And yeah, that's all for today. I mean, we're going to do some more later. So more updates actually that we have as well, though. Just to throw these out here, Corey, you've been doing a couple new shows on the channel, which are really exciting, and I don't know if people know about it. 2 new shows in particular. What are they about, and what do you do?
Yeah, we're gonna get usually 1 o'clock, sometimes 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I'm getting 3 projects at a time when I can that are either listed on Blue Deck or are about to be listed on Blue Deck. And we're using it as kind of a panel thing to introduce them to each other and to our ecosystem, and so I can learn about them. I'm trying to talk to actually at Farming Tales later on today, which is why I bought an $800 goose. What the fuck? Farming Tales.
Wait,
who knew?
you bought a what?
An $800 goose NFT.
Can you show us?
I can.
I kind of want to see it.
It's gonna be. I'm a little embarrassed because I have no freaking clue how to use it.
I swear this is a pixeler thing.
Right, and I kind of want to know how many ducks you had to buy before you got that goose.
Right, because like duck, 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 goose. Is that what? Is that what I do?
Yeah.
That's good.
I have to do one of those every show.
Yeah,
at least because Corey gets.
I'm here for it.
Corey's a big. Corey's favorite thing is puns. So if you have them, throw them out. He loves puns.
Okay.
He loves them.
Cruel and unusual punishment. So this is my $800 goose.
You can't even see the dude.
You can take it into Farming Tales and like do things. Unit of one goose egg in 2 hours, whatever the fuck that means.
Well,
I
mean,
seriously need help. Like, I think somebody from the NFG, the non-fungible gangs, could come help me play Farming Tales because I legitimately have no clue what I was doing. I just asked about it, and they're like, "Yeah, it's actually not a bad time to whale in." I'm like, "Yeah, that's probably not true. It's probably peaked already." But at the same time, like, what do I know, right? And I think there's a really good chance that SEST, their game tokens, could be listed on Blue Dack next month. So I'm like, I'd probably figure out what the hell's going on for the hell of it. But anyway, so that's my goose, and then like.
That's awesome.
You need a goose shelter, so I have that. Whatever that means. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out how to use all that stuff. Oh, and by the way, owning lifetime memberships in Yoshi Drops, it's just like, yeah.
Did you redeem yet? Actually,
huh?
Did you redeem yet?
Define redeem. What are you talking about?
For like today's drop, has it?
No, I don't think it started yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I got my 12 o'clocks confused again. 12 a.m., 12 p.m. It gets confusing.
Yeah. So yeah, Blue's doing this thing where let me see if I can pull it up actually. Where the drops you get for having the lifetime memberships, you have to claim them, which I think is better, frankly.
I do too.
Yeah, it's just gonna keep scarcity lower, so everybody who's paying attention is going to get a lot more value, which I like.
Morton called us out on our shit yesterday on a stream that I was on. Thanks for calling us out, Morton. But like, we do port for a reason, and we love you because you're awesome. But yeah, like I agree. I think like, you know, we did give away some things in the past that were just like all inclusive, all exclusive to anyone. But I think drops with action should be the future because, like you said, things aren't going to be diluted so much, right? So if you're actually paying attention, you have to actually go in and click the button to get that. Then it kind of prevents people like whales from just coming in and buying up everything and then just like dumping it on the market later because they don't really give a shit about the project, right?
Yes. So yeah, this crate, like, fire this right into my vein.
Can't see it.
It's gonna be good.
Wrong screen, maybe.
Oh yeah, man. I'm sorry, dude. I
That's
totally went to a different tab.
No problem.
Also, I'm in the wrong. Hold on here. I'll actually test this out. Clicking the buttons. There we go. Nifty. So yeah, I actually have a diamond lifetime membership because I wrote the song that's in it or did the song that's in it.
Nice.
Lucked out. These are pretty expensive now. And so I get one of these things for free. Damn it.
Can I share? Can I share your screen?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I thought I was doing that already.
No, it's all right.
So yeah, this is the O'Neill and Diesbeck. Is that how you say his name?
I can't even see my own name half the time, so I have no idea, mate.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's the improvisational pianist that Blue just had him over at his place. That's the piano at Blue's place. And just showed him a bunch of art, and he just made up a bunch of shit on the spot, which is pretty incredible. So I'm excited to have all that stuff. But like, there's a 2% chance of getting 10,000 Yoshi bucks in these crates, and I want that.
I love Blue because like this has happened twice now, and probably more, But like same story with Taylor Alexander. Taylor Alexander contacted Blue. He sent him something. Blue was like, "Hey, this is good. Why don't you come over and play some shit live for me?" Like, and he did that. And now he's like kind of in ad hoc part of our team. Like he's doing some amazing stuff. Like it's just like honestly, like shout out. And we haven't done gratitudes yet. We should do those at some point. But yeah, I'm grateful for Blue every single day, as are you, as I think a lot of us are. But like, it's just one of the most lucky experiences to meet a stand-up, genuine, kind man like him, because it's pretty amazing. So, if for no other reason, support Blue Duck just because of that, just because it has his name, right? Yeah.
That's weird. No. I just was reading the comments, and Sound Genie's been here for exactly 45 seconds before shitting on something.
Damn whales that don't give a fuck about the projects is not, I mean, I'm okay with that. That shitting. I think it's okay. Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I mean, because I don't know. Like, I mean, it's okay. It'd be good if you were more positive, but I get it because I don't want people, just whales coming in and buying up stuff and then dumping it. So, I mean, I get it, but it'd be better. But yeah, I mean, second comment was good.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
So
I mean, the thing is, like, I should be nicer too. I think that's why I react to that so negatively, like, because I'm training myself to be nicer by apparently it's not working right now.
No, it's all right. I mean, we all get stressed out, and I mean, like, we all do shit that we're gonna regret. And I mean, there's a picture of me sitting in a bathtub that Bullshit's rebranded the Great Wet Whale of Words.
Dude, I freaking love that, dude. It's so funny.
That's another update as well. So Shipletopia is open. Tell us about that, because you did a stream about that as well.
You know what? I'm not going to say anything. Go to Chicken Cough, find Shipletopia, go in there, and just experience it. It's like it jumped instantaneously. One of the most amazing things that's ever happened in the UpLift. And
Shipletopia is super dope. Yeah,
it's raised the bar on what we're going to be looking at creating in this ecosystem, I think.
I was working on that. I was working on the social media aspect of that project, and they did an amazing job in there. The amount of time that it took to build all that stuff, geez, they had like people building around the clock, and the little roller coaster ride that they have in there is just amazing.
Yeah, right.
Oh, and if you go in there, make sure you go in there with like a nice resource pack.
Yeah. And some weapons, because apparently a lot of people got killed their first time in there. But that's what makes things fun, right? Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm grateful for Bull Triples, Javier, Jimmy, and then Blue this morning. And there's so many more, but like, I only have one side. So, Jimmy.
I'm grateful for everybody on the team, but today I'm grateful for Javier. Because I get to share the stream with him for the first time. I think what he's building and what he's built is amazing. I see him working alongside many of our team, but working in the back rooms tirelessly, and like it's insane. If you guys could see the team of stellar people that are working behind the scenes doing what they do, you would just be like blown away. Like some of these ideas that people like Javier are coming out with are just amazing. And it's like, honestly, the best job I've ever had, for the simple sense, Jen always says this, right? And I was trying to think about like what the UpLift means to me, but Jen always says, like, I like this place because nobody ever tells me no, right? And for me, I like this place because any idea I have, somebody else is going to take it and flip and 10x it. Right? Like, it's just like, there's so much like, style and tenacity in the back rooms of people doing what they do best, that it's awesome. And Javier, you're definitely one of them. So thank you, for being a part of this journey with us. It's pretty.
I appreciate you. Yeah, I got a lot of little projects going on right now. A lot of cool things going to be happening on the Discord pretty soon. For those that have Discord Wings, the Discord Wings NFT. Be on the lookout for some cool giveaways and stuff like that we're going to be doing, and some cool little exclusive events. The same with people that have the Alpha Wings. We're going to be doing exclusive events for you guys as well.
Nice.
And we're also going to start doing a lot of things on Twitter, specifically on Twitter Spaces, where you guys can go and hang out with us and on the UpLift Twitter and on the Yoshi Drops Twitter. So you guys can come and talk with us, learn about the project some more, give us some ideas, and just have a good old time.
Indeed.
Sorry,
so I got Morton's up there. Javier, are you up on this board? I know we've got some gratitude years down in the office building, but I don't know if you're up here yet.
No,
I don't think so.
Well, let's get you up on there.
blasphemy.
Okay. I am grateful for, let's see. I want to say as of recent, I'm grateful for being part of this team. Yeah, this has been a wild ride with you guys, and I'm really grateful for being with you guys here today.
We're super stoked to have you. Like, seriously, come back whenever you want to update or whenever you want to hang out, especially on a Monday, because Mondays we just usually chill about UpLift stuff. So you're always welcome back whenever you have anything.
Yeah, of course.
Did you put Morton's up? I like this. I like Morton. Morton's good. Morton's grateful for his wife visiting him at work. I guess she came for the pickle juice. I'm sorry, I had to say it. Morton runs a little shop and he sells pickle juice, which I think is just really funny. I'm definitely going to find out. I don't know, but apparently women buy it a lot in the U.S. I didn't know this. This is history in the making.
I've never heard of this before, so that's new to me.
Dr. Sound Genie, who is the guest? Well, he's less of a guest than an integral recent member of our team. Javier works very closely with us on the back end, doing a lot of social stuff. And if you scroll back to the beginning of the stream, you'll see all the amazing things that he's been building just next to Spawn, the Hall of Rules and things like that.
Yeah, how's it going, Dr. Genie? My name is Javier. I'm the new social media and community manager for the UpLift. And yeah, I'm going to be doing a lot of cool stuff in the near future.
I mean, you're already doing a lot of cool stuff. So.
I'm already doing a lot of stuff, but a lot of cool stuff that's going to really benefit you guys.
Yeah, if it's and I know it's going to be in line with everything that you've already been doing. I think it's going to be we're moving into a really, really exciting phase of the UpLift. It's been a long time coming. We had to get this AWS move done, and we had to get a whole bunch of stuff done on our back office. As far as getting more Upliftium features, shops launching are pretty intense. Like all the galleries and the portals cropping up and stuff. Like we're starting to realize a significant percentage of the vision. There's still a long way to go, but we're getting there.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the beauty of shops in the survival world?
Yeah, I mean, so to link in,
those shops are dope. I'm so excited for those shops. Those are super dope.
It's going to be nuts. So long story short, you can now, with a little bit of Upliftium, you can set up a shop and sell anything in the survival worlds that you want, right? Carrots, sea lanterns, whatever you want. So you can just go and do that. And that's an important part of, bootstrapping the economy so that people can go in and play at whatever kind of pace that they want to play, which I think is really fun. Where it instantaneously became a necessity for us, right? We're doing these estate sales as a pre-sale. So you could buy 8 pieces of land, 9 pieces of land, but connected. So you'll have a couple pieces of rail and some land, and we're gonna have a real estate sale kind of thing. It's gonna be pretty fun actually. But for anyone that buys one of these estates, we're baking in 2 hours of builder time. TC's actually going out and recruiting a bunch of builders for us, and you get 2 hours of builder time. And TC was actually the one that brought up hey, in a survival world, 2 hours of builder time is build a farm, basic mine maybe. That's not going to be really super useful. Yeah. And so what we're going to do is, as a company, we're going to go out into the open market. We're going to buy up a bunch of Upliftium from the players, and we're going to put in, I think, 2 million Upliftium per estate, so that the first thing that your builder can do is go to the shops that you guys are putting up in the UpLift and purchase materials. Right. And then that way they're just going to be able to get those materials over to the land and actually build something interesting. So it went from something that was really, really cool that we knew was going to be kind of awesome to something that we absolutely needed to enhance the experience, even as a company ourselves, buying up some uplifting off the players, and then going out, having some of these builders buy stuff that you guys actually put on sale in the game, so that these people that are buying estates can actually have a decent build in the first couple hours. So it's just like it's coming full circle a lot faster than I would have thought, actually.
Now, damn it, what is Corey talking about when he's talking about estates? Well, here's the thing. Here is the thing. I'm going to hit that enter button. You can come and you can learn a little bit about this estate sale in about 20 minutes time. I'm going to be over on the shift with General Moses. I'm doing that. Next Monday, though, is the day that you're really going to want to tune in. Corey's got interviews scheduled with Sammy Snake. He's got an interview scheduled with Ken Bozak on their channels to talk about the estate sale. I'm going to be talking to Ricardo of Rolodex, and I'm also going to be talking to someone over on Theta about the sale. And so next week's when we're really going to roll out this information. But what is an estate sale? The basic bottom line is it's not one parcel of land, it's a group parcel of lands. And this is a first time event in the UpLift. So it's going to be super cool. And I think like the fact that we are, owning our own business, which is really cool, because like you really need to own your own business. And we do it. When we put up pictures in the UpLift, we pay uplifting for them, right? Like we don't give ourselves freebies, and it's going to be the same thing, right? Like going out and purchasing this uplifting off the market to put back into I don't know, into the package of the people who buy this land is going to just uplift everybody. And I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of value in that. There's a huge value in that for people that are thinking about buying these pieces of land. So that's, if I remember correctly, this is like the first time you guys are doing this, right?
Yeah, we've never done this before.
Yeah. So there's definitely a lot of value for that for the people that are, kind of just tuning in or that are just looking into the project.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna that's the one the biggest requested feature we have for people that own land is like, we want to buy land, and start aggregating it in groups or whatever. And of course, we're still working on getting the map stood up so that you can just click on a land next year is in the map or whatever and make an offer on it, that kind of thing. That will exist, before too long. I mean, not weeks. That's kind of deeper in the dev schedule, but that's it's the kind of thing we want to do. So we're afraid, hey, gratitude, we have an opportunity to give people that chance now. So we're messing around with that idea. This will be fun.
That's awesome.
It's gonna be
really fun.
Yeah, I'm stoked. And it's funny, like somebody was talking about somebody was asking in one of the group channels about probes, and they said like, are we ever going to do that probe thing again? And it's funny because like my response is always the same thing. I'm like, from a community perspective, it actually kind of worked out not bad, but from like an internal dev perspective, it was a freaking nightmare, right? Like,
never again. Never again. Oh, I still have trauma thinking about those fucking probes. Jesus.
I don't, because I own a probe because I wasn't around. I was sleeping, and it's crazy the amount the amount of. I should probably sell it before the price tags. But yeah, like if you have a probe, just go look at what the value of it is as a pure collector's item that has zero use case in the future. But that's fun, right? Like, I mean, that's super fun.
Yeah,
we got actually a question over here from Active Vlogs, just tuning in just now, that you guys can answer.
Is there another sale? Are we buying those with Upliftium? So yeah, the basic thing on the gratitude sale that's coming up early next month is we're selling a what's called phase 1. We're selling a small part of the gratitude survival world. It's where Any Observation has his build. It's where Joey Chips has this really amazing gallery. There's a bunch of other people that have been building in there for the last few months. We're going to be doing a small sale, estate sales first, and it's not for Upliftium. It's going to be for Wax. Estate sales first, and we should actually release like a little one-page doc on it, like an infographic or something on the estate sale, Javier. Essentially, it's going to be like
I believe we already have one in the works, but
cool. Yeah. And so you'd be able to buy like a decent little chunk of land. It's going to come out 2 hours of build time and a couple million Upliftium, so your builder can go and buy resources for that survival world. And of course, we're going to be buying the Upliftium off of the market. So we're going to be buying that off of players, and then the builders will actually be using that Upliftium to buy materials from people in the survival world. So we're bootstrapping that stuff as well. And then
imagine if I had 2 hours of build time when I first started. That would have saved us a lot of hassle. Remember that time I went in and tried to open the chest in the cathedral and all the signs?
I do.
Corey's like, Jimmy, your rights are gone. You've only been in here for 5 minutes, but you have zero rights in this world anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Forever.
We had to nerf you. I mean, heck, I had to nerf myself a bunch of times at the beginning. Yeah. So then, after the estate sale pre-sale thing, we're gonna do UpList. So if you're on the UpList, you'll have a chance to pick up some land in random packs. And then after that, it'll be open to everybody if anything is left. Again, like we're not selling a whole bunch. Like this is just a little bit. We're testing out this estate sale function, which I think is going to be really, really fun. And we'll see how it goes. And really, like we need some more people, more players in survival worlds anyway, because we need more people harvesting more stuff to put it in shops so we can do bigger freaking builds. Yo.
I think I have this right, Javier. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think if you look at like the chicken comm map and the way that we did it, I think that there is 9 major sections that were like there was 1 at the top and 3 at the bottom. And then there were like 2. Sorry, there were more. Sorry, I got that totally wrong. But I think if you look at the map, it's less than a 9th that is actually in this
phase 1.
In this zone. Yeah.
So I saw.
Go ahead, Javier.
Yeah, I was going to say that I saw the little infographic that we had on our Slack that showed exactly how much land that was. And it looked about a fifth. Yeah, like a small little chunk of land just chilling.
Yeah.
But there's a couple areas that are already like dedicated to some projects that are in there as well.
That's like Genesis, right? Like the community plots went out to people months ago.
Yeah.
And they've been in there building and sort of laying some groundwork.
Yes. Like 100 times because I kept freaking dying because the rails weren't finished and I kept falling off and like I would have had to swim forever. That was fun. Fun times. I mean, I remember
fun times.
Right. And Zester remembers this. Like when we first started, there wasn't this idea of a portal room. There wasn't this idea of servers. And I remember the first time I'd never played Minecraft before. I signed into the server, right? Because like my good friend Corey here, who was the co-host of like a show that like we started together, said, hey, you got to get in here and do this. And I did it. And like, I get a message that says, go west. And I don't even know which fucking way west is, right? Like, so full circle back to what Javier is building, right? Like the UpLift is on Minecraft, and we will have a lot of people who love Minecraft that will come in, but it's also a metaverse. Its primary function is a metaverse for the people, by the people. And I say this seriously because like what Corey said earlier, where people are coming in, they're building galleries. A really good example, 2 really good examples would be like the Rocket Gallery and Art Vending Machine Gallery, where they're taking like real world art and they're putting them up, right? Like finding a use case for all these tokens. And there's going to be a lot of people who come into the UpLift that have never played Minecraft before. And like, I think what Javier is building, what Javier is putting together, the rules, the regulations, like the people who have never played Minecraft before, they probably don't know what griefing is, right? Like they don't know that you're not allowed to steal someone's cow or someone's pig. I don't know. You'd think that they would, but I just think that that's what's really going to bring the value to this. Like I can imagine my experience. I was pretty blown away by showing up and getting on running. There was another funny story where I basically ran to the Burning Man thing because like I couldn't figure out how to get in the cart. Of course, he's like, you're running along the tracks. What happened? But yeah, like there's going to be some really interesting, stories, I think about like when people first walked into the UpLift and walk into everything that Javier is building. I mean, I just think it's going to be really cool. You guys are welcome to stay. I actually have to go because I have to get ready for the shift. But yeah, like thanks for joining us. I'll send out the blue and the NFTs very soon. I usually try to watch this stream back just to make sure that I got all the right order and stuff. So if it takes 24 hours or so, please don't hate me, but we're super busy around here. And also, Javier, like, thanks for everything that you do and thanks for joining us. And please come back again with any updates that you might have.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I'll make sure to come back again at least once a week.
Cool. That's a good idea.
I love it. That's awesome. Yeah. Super awesome.
Super fun.
So we'll see you guys next week at the very latest. Because Corey and I, we're not superhuman and we do need to take some time off or else we drive ourselves completely insane. So weekends, we used to not take weekends off, but I'm really glad we started to do that. So we'll see you on Monday. Thank you all for joining us.
And shout out to everyone for hopping into the comments. I've been trying to get in touch with her for 2 days. That's how freaking psycho my life is now. So that's not because she's trying to get hold of it, but because I am just trying to work it into my freaking schedule. Anyway, choppy chop. Let's rock and roll. Boom.